Hey guys, ALEEEEEEEESA here, gonna bring another 1v1 today on the map Arid Wastes. We have me playing as the blue Zyrek, and a little bit of miss micro at the beginning with my harvester split. But anyway, me playing as the blue Zyrek, my ally Goku playing as the red Protoss in the top right position, and both of our enemies are Zerg, and they are Zyrek and Delrake, so kind of peculiar names. But one thing to note in playing against two Zerg players is to always be looking for that early double pool. Because if you're not prepared for it, it basically becomes a 2v1 at that point, and then your partner has a very, very small window to actually win the game. So right now we are both scouting with our 9th worker, and looks like they aren't doing that, but they are actually getting a extractor, probably going to do the extractor trick. There's the extractor trick. And one thing I've learned about Zerg is that going 9 Overlord, getting your Overlord at 9 supply, is actually more efficient than getting it at 10 supply or at 11 supply when you use overpool trick. So it's just something to keep in mind. If you guys don't believe me, feel free to do tests on your own. But I've seen graphs of people who tried it out, and 9 Overlord is the most efficient. So right now we see Dark Delrake putting down his spawning pool at the at 13 supply, sorry, and he put down a gas too, so it doesn't look like he's gonna try to upgrade metabolic boost right when his spawning pool comes up. Gonna go for a little bit delayed metabolic boost, and looks like Zyrek did something similar with the geyser, almost the exact same time as the pool, probably a little bit slower actually for Delrake. And right now I am doing the exact same thing. My pool is slower than all of theirs, sorry. But what I like to do is once I see the enemy Zerg put down a pool, I like to build one worker and then put down my pool, and that way I know I'll have an economic advantage. And the time delayed is about the distance from your enemy's base to your base. So right now, my worker count is fairly high, 16, higher than both of theirs, and Goku has the highest with 18 workers. He is very good at keeping up his macro. And right now we do see a slight wall off. The Zerglings are going to have to go through the gauntlet of shame in order to get to Goku's base right now. And he is building one that looks like it will be Zergling proof after one. There we go. And that drone can't get out, and it dies. So right now we have Delrake sending out a few Zerglings to do a little bit of scouting, and Zyrek having 6 Zerglings already. But if you look at their harvesters, both of them are very, very behind on their harvesters right now. I did see their army. I think I had a guy at the Zelnaga Tower. I'm not sure. Well, oh yeah, there it is. There's my drone. Yeah, I did see that that Zylrake, or purple Zerg, sorry, Delrake, did have a few Zerglings on. I didn't really want to build any Zerglings, so I just put a spawning pool or a spine crawler in my base. And so I usually don't like to build that many Zerglings early on, except for capping Zelnaga towers, just because I want to power my eco first. And spawning spine crawlers are extremely good against Zerglings. I think they can take on like 6 or 8 Zerglings by itself. And this is of course with my queen attacking the Zerglings and my workers in the nearby proximity in case they want to get into the fight as well. But right now, looking at the income, looks like Teal is content with his 13 harvesters, and he actually took guys off his gas after he got a little bit more gas than he needed for metabolic boost. Probably going to save up. Probably that gas is going to be used for layer tech, but right now Zyrek is basically going all in Zergling with 13 harvesters, and this is extremely difficult to deal with, but if you are able to deal with it, it's basically an instant win for you. And right now I have no army, one spine crawler, and I'm building my second hatch, so I'm going to go for 2 hatch, 1 base on 20 harvesters on minerals, and then 3 harvesters on gas, and that's going to tide me over for an extremely long time. But right now we have a huge amount of Zerglings from Zylrek with metabolic boost. I do not see this coming. Well, I did see it with my initial scout. And we have a huge amount of roaches, and I have only 1 spine crawler in my base. I just built a few drones, and right now I'm morphing in 6 or 7 banelings. So these banelings are going to be able to do amazing damage to those Zerglings. These Zerglings retreat quickly, and I just killed off the majority of his Zerglings. And but these roaches are going to prove extremely problematic for me. I am not going to be able to have anything to defend against this. And my hatchery does finish in time, so he will not be able to get my hatchery, and I'm trying to get his Zerglings with my banelings. But great move on Delrake's part, running his Zerglings to the back and letting the banelings kill the letting the roaches kill the banelings. Sorry. And right now they are focusing my spine crawler, so I'm just trying to do as much damage to my workers as I can. I'm gonna be moving those workers back. I've lost quite a few workers already, but right now Goku comes in, going Super Saiyan 3 on these roaches, gonna do some mass force fielding. And with my building placement, it is really hard for the roaches to get good surface area around my guys. And so his roaches actually can only attack one at a time, which makes it extremely inefficient against Goku's army, and he is actually running away right now. And I sense this, so I do move my workers back, but I am at 18 workers to Purple's 19 and Teal's 15. So Teal is still fairly all in at this point. He looks like he has a huge amount of minerals, not really macroing up that entire time, but he did get a few zerglings into Goku's main during this time. Although those zerglings really didn't do that much, Goku is still in a commanding lead with those harvesters, having only lost 1 or 2 harvesters, I believe. And Teal's only at 16 harvesters right now, so huge harvester deficit by 16 compared to Goku. My harvester count is fairly low as well, considering that I have 1 idle right here, and there are roaches in my mineral line for about 3 minutes, or it's about 2 to 3 minutes. And right now I'm just going to start macroing up, going to get a few more harvesters, and then go and just pure zerglings, building another queen too. If you're going to go 2 hatch 1 base zerglings, you need around 20 harvesters on those minerals, and you should constantly get more. And then you should also get 2 queens, and then with those 2 queens you can support constantly building zerglings from those 2 hatcheries. Anyway, we're going to move out with a nice little timing push by Goku. He has a huge army right now, backed up by his harvesters, and Teal decided to expand at an unorthodox time, or an inconvenient time. I apologize. And right now I'm making zerglings outside of his base. Going to be running those into his mineral line once they pop. But right now Delrake is going to be running his roaches to do some flanking. And my banelings will pop at a horrible time. They're going to be wasted on those roaches, and I can't really do anything about that. But those force fields are just so good against roaches and zerglings. It is just extremely difficult for zerglings or roaches to do anything against Stalker Sentry, one of the most powerful early game combinations by Protoss. And looks like Goku will be moving in right now. I have a few zerglings that I'm just dancing around Delrake. I don't want him to be flanking Goku from the back. It looks like Zyrek's 3 spine crawls will not be able to take care of this, but Goku doing a beautiful job. Not even gonna be seeing roaches come up, but preemptively force fielding, so no reinforcements, going to be able to help Zyrek, and constantly just force fielding every 15 seconds, and it's just going to be the Stalker Sentry army, cage match right here. There will be no help from Zyrek, and I'm slowly trying to pick off Delrake's army, going to be harassing him as much as possible. During this time, I've had great saturation, or not necessarily great saturation, sorry. I probably could use a few more drones. Right now, Delrake's army does manage to get in, but I do have zerglings come from the back, and looks like Delrake's army will be able to get cleaned up quite nicely. Looking at the harvesters right now, though, Zyrek is not mining right now. He has no harvesters in his main, and he is kind of screwed right now. I probably could use a few more zerglings, or a few more drones, sorry, at my mineral line, but I'm just doing a little bit of scouting right now, trying to see what Delrake has. And we do note that he has an expansion, but right now we are feeling pretty confident. Delrake's lair is about to go down. He really doesn't have anything, and right here, I just missed his ooh. Where are you going, harvesters? Oh, I did see those harvesters, and no. Oh well, I just missed those harvesters. He did a good job of microing them. And right now we're just planning to siege Delrake. If he does decide to get mass spine crawlers, we can just expand and tech improve Lord. So 2v1 in this kind of situation is pretty much game. And we do see Zyrek trying to run his harvesters in, but some beautiful force fields by Goku, only allowing 2 harvesters to get in. And now we are moving in with our armies right now. Looking at the armies right now, Goku has a huge army, and I'm just going straight for his mineral line, because that way he has to worry about his natural and his mineral line. And I quickly take out all incoming reinforcements, take out that queen too, and then I'm just going to be going straight for his harvesters and his tech buildings if he does not decide to move out his guys quickly. Right now he did move all his guys to his main, so I'm just going to be streaming my guys into his expo right now. Going to be trying to take out as much as I can. Looking at the units lost right now, Purple has just lost so many units. Goku constantly reinforcing, and so am I. I have actually already expanded right now, and we are just going to be steamrolling Delrake, and Delrake does manage to leave the game. And so this is a 2v2 in the Diamond League. I believe we were rank 1 at the time, but there was only 3 people in our league, so rank 1 really doesn't say anything or say much, but we were playing other fairly high-level diamond players. I think going all in on just one base Zerg is a little bit of a mistake on Delrake's part, or Zyrek's part, but you know, what do I know? He might have won many games with that, and it might have worked out well. But one thing to note is that if you're going to double siege a Zerg base, if you don't kill anything besides a few harvesters, it's kind of a waste if you do lose your entire army as well. So my name is ALEEEEEEESA with 8 E's, and I'll see you guys later.